Hey guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow, guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. Gentlemen, here we are. Let's do this. Let's get this over with. This is a little 3 transistor Henry 2-meter amplifier. And let's zoom on in here and take a look at the spec. Now it's upside down and backwards, but that's okay. You guys are smart. You'll just stand on your heads. So it's a little Henry amplifier, 2-meter approved. It's 152 megahertz input, FM only. Output's 130 watts. Normal drive is 20 to 40. Well, we're going to put about 20 watts in it and see what it does. It's actually type accepted. And it's just a tiny little black brick. So over here, we're going to zoom on in. And it's a 100 watt element. And then over here on the input, so we can see the input drive, is a 250 watt element. The 100 watt element is in 2x, by the way. And this is all in average. No peak kits involved here because we are on FM. So we're going to run at 15 volts, so it's floating to like 14.5 underneath load. Let's go ahead and fire this up. We're going to show, this is in forward, by the way, showing us input power. And we're going to start out on low. So input power on low is 1 watt. Output power over here with 1 watt going in is about 30 watts coming out. And then we'll go ahead, we'll bump this on up a little bit. Let's hit the button. We're going to go to medium power output. So now we're doing a whopping, 5 watts in. And we're getting out of the thing about 40 watts of output power. And let's go to high. So now we're putting 20 watts in, roughly about 20 watts in, and it's producing about 120 watts of output power. Very straightforward. This does have a remote plug on it. This is not your standard stereo jack. It's a little bit smaller. How it works is tip is hot, ground is return, or tip is hot, next pin is return, and then you have your shield. And the return and shield are what you short together and it bypasses the relay. So it doesn't work how we normally think it would work, where you touch the 2 hot leads together and that activates the amp. The amp is always on. It's just waiting for any kind of input signal. But this is type approved. Little 2-meter amplifier. The input reflect on this thing is crazy. Check this out. There is none. 0. 0. Pulling 35 amps. Now, what I did have to do is I modified this plug that's on the back that nobody in the universe is going to have anyhow. But this plug on the back, it's got 4 pins for ground, 4 pins for hot, and then on the inside only 1 pin's actually hooked up. So I just took some 8 gauge and soldered to that lead. But this thing is a solid 2-meter amplifier. I firmly believe that it'll do more than this if we put more drive in it. I'm not going to mess around with it any further than this. I guess I could hook up the ICOM 706 Smart 2G to it that does a little bit more power, but I don't know. My 2-meter radio around here I put into a BLF 188XR and it does like 1300 watts. So that's what I use over here. But the long and the short is, it's a little Henry 2-meter amplifier. Very straightforward. It's in really good condition. No extra holes to it. Big giant set of heat sink on it. You're probably going to want to put a fan on it. if you do end up wanting to get this. It's small enough to fit in a flat rate box. That means the shipping's only going to be like 20 bucks, but the current market value of this is a little skewed. Just a little skewed. Give me just a second. I need to get a drink of water. Sorry about that. I'm going to take a quick drink. I was about to cough my flipping head off. I apologize. So, like I said, the 2 meter market is a little bit messed up because of RM Italy. RM Italy has done this mass dump of 2 meter amps on the market, where you can go get yourself a 175 watt, RM Italy amp for about $180. But this is a Henry. This real deal American engineering right here. So I'm going to ask 200 bucks for this, and I feel that that's a fair bargain for what this does. It's a 30 to 40 watt drive, or 20 to 40 watt drive Henry. So I bet you if we put 40 watts in this thing, it'd probably get up there to 150, almost 200 watts, which on 2 meters is a long ways of talking. But it's fully tested. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Got some power wires on it, full on operation, good pass through, no problems. First person to call me gets it. And this is the continuation of the Mr. V project, by the way. We're going to do another 2 meter amp following this directly up here. That's what we're going to work on next. And that's that. Gentlemen, I appreciate you tuning in to follow along on this little saga. I'm going to jump on to the next video. Give me a call if you're interested. I thank every single one of you guys. Big shout out to Siglent, Excess Power, Bird, and Coaxial Dynamics. I need to get more slugs from Coaxial Dynamics, I think. I really do. On that note, we'll see you. Click, click.